Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at something I haven't used in a while, my good old friend Gengar, one of my favorite Pokemon. As a matter of fact, when this game first came out, I'm going to have to say it's one of my first videos where I got quite a few views, and wow, oh wow, I owe a lot to Gengar. So let's go. Let's take a look and see what we have going on here. So of course we're going to be rocking the Community Day move, Shadow Punch, because, well, we just need a bait move, of course. And with Gengar's high attack, Shadow Punch is still going to be doing a decent amount of damage. And for its second charge move, we're going to be going with Sludge Bomb for those fairies so we could potentially nuke them. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tip here. For this Halloween Cup, specifically, while we're here, you may want to go with Shadow Ball because a lot of people just let it go just expecting them or expecting you to have Sludge Bomb. So they're not going to be expecting that hard-hitting Shadow Ball coming from Gengar nonetheless. So yeah, this is a good team. I really enjoyed it. We did well. We're going to be pairing it up yet again with Dragalge as well as Shadow Gramble because, well, I took off the Renugus and I was like, what am I doing? We were winning. We were doing okay with that 1500 combat power Great League Pokemon in the Ultra League, but we're going to go ahead and just take a look at Gengar. If you do enjoy my videos, you want to support me, hit that like button, smash the like button. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to all of my supporters. You guys mean everything to me. I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And with that said, let's get right into these battles here. So up against Nidoqueen, since we are Poison as well as Ghost, we have a massive resistance to Poison itself, but we will be getting one-shotted by Earth Power. So that's going to be a coin flip here, whether or not they're going to go for it. So we're going to go ahead and shield it up. And of course, they go for the Poison Fang. So having Shadow Ball right about now would have been great to bring them down into the low yellow. That would have just been great, right? But Sludge Bomb is going to be nice, so you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to those fairies. You're going to one-shot fairies with Sludge Bomb, essentially, right? So at this point, I'm thinking, yeah, I kind of screwed up, and they go for a Poison Fang, but that's okay. We've double shield. We've got all this energy, so they're going to be kind of forced to, you know, start shielding up Gengar, right? So they're bringing in a Gramble. This is very interesting, and fortunately, I should have swapped out there with the lower defense from those Poison Fangs, so they're able to actually take me out with Charm. Got a double KO there with our Grambles, and now we're off with our Dragons. So who's got the better Dragon, right? Well, it's not a matter of which one's better. It's a matter of circumstance and in the Ultra League as well. So we do have Dragon moves hitting very hard, Dragon Tail, and we're going to be able to get to that Outrage as they do hit us with Shadow Ball, and then we do take them out there. Thank you very much, Dragalge. Next battle, and we're met with a Dark-type tank, Umbreon. That's a horrible matchup for us, so we're going to go ahead and bring in our Dragalge. We don't want to bring in our hard counter, and hopefully they do swap out here. So they're going to be going for a Foul Play. No Psychic. Okay, I would assume they would go for it because it's not like Psychic's taking that much more energy than Foul Play. Going to go for the Outrage, and we have already got them past the yellow because, well, that's just what happens when you have a hard-hitting Dragon-type hitting me again with a Foul Play, and now swapping into their Fairy-type. That is okay, because we have two. Gramble is not a counter to that, not whatsoever. Gengar is, though, so we'll go ahead and take care of that Sylveon with our Gengar here. Although the Charms are still doing a decent amount of damage, and we do need to shield up the Psyshock, because Gengar is one of the squishiest Pokemon around, but also one of the hardest hitting. You can expect to win CMP basically every single time up against most Pokemon, so you're going to be able to do that. Taking them out, and then immediately swapping into our Gramble, going up against the Umbreon here, and we're going to let this go, hitting me with a not very effective Foul Play. What you got in the back? Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we got the old Taparoo Gramble on the team. I know. Hey, look, I'm only using one, okay? I'm not using multiple Charm users right here, so we got to have a little something to hit extra hard when we're rocking the Gengar that just simply can't take a hit. So they're going to be able to take us out here or not. Or not. Gramble says, sir, what? No, that's not happening. Next battle, we're going to be met with a Scizor. Yeah, this is okay. It's not the worst. It's not the best. And we're just going to keep going with, of course, the Shadow Punch because, well, Poison's not very effective to that Steel typing, hitting them with that Shadow Punch, bringing them into the yellow. Now, we need to look out for the Night Slash. That will essentially KO. So they go for X's. I'm like, I already know what's happening here. They're trying to maybe trick me to think, hey, they don't have Night Slash. Iron Head X Scissor. I can let this go, right? Night Slash. I was expecting that. That's no problem at all. Bringing in Dragalge to see if we can farm down, and unfortunately not. They're going to be getting a charge move off here. Night Slash is nothing to be worried about. X Scissor's not very effective, just tickling us here. And we're coming out of this battle with a lot of energy. Bringing in a Giratina. So yeah, we're going to go right for that Outrage and then swap into our Gramble to kind of not quite snipe them, or kind of a little bit. That Charm is ridiculous damage, and they have an Alolan Muck in the back part. Dark, also Poison. But because of the Dark typing and the way this game works, we're going to be doing a lot of damage. Hitting me with an Acid Spray, still holding onto my shield, and all I needed to do was get to a charge move. That is it. I just need to take away that shield. Hey, and we lower the defense too. Are you kidding me? Let's go. So just getting to the Surf is what we need to do. Or Surf, Aqua Tail, crying out loud. Alright, so hitting that Aqua Tail with the Dragalge, and we're taking the win. I had a lot of fun with Gengar. I don't know why I haven't been using it more. Alright, so we got a mirror match. Oh, let's go. Let's see how this works out here. So, we're going to go ahead and go right for that Shadow Claw. And they had other plans to catch, and they're throwing in their Umbreon. And they wanted to lock themselves in there while retreating with energy on their Gengar. Hey, I have no problem with that at all, my friend. Absolutely, yes. And thank you. So, hitting me with a Psychic. Okay, bringing our Granbull down pretty low. And they're bringing in a Scizor, and this is already looking pretty good. I can kind of see where this is going already here. They're not going to be able to get too much farm off of us, and I think I'm going to be bringing in the Gengar to just have them throw their energy here, because the Dragalge does hit so hard with Dragon Tail, and the Gengar is actually pretty low from the battle that we did have, and we're actually able to throw the Shadow Punch when they threw in their Gengar. I'm sure they were trying to, throw that as soon as possible, but we were able to land it. Well, get a shield, and that's all we kind of needed to do. So they're going to go for it. They're shieldless, bringing in the Dragalge here, and I could have went for the Aqua Tail, but we're just going to go ahead and farm them all the way down. That's just the play we're going to have to do. Shielding up the Sucker Punch, don't care what they had, doesn't really matter. As much as I wanted to go for the Outrage here, which is resisted, doing a little bit more obviously than the Aqua Tail, but I think it's just going to be a little bit better to go for a double Aqua Tail at this point. So hitting the 1, hitting the 2, and Dragalge yet again taking the win. Now yes, I've been using this quite a bit throughout my last videos because it is so great, and I did just invest quite a bit with this XLs, so I want to get a little bit of a use out of it, right? Next battle, we're met with a Giratina here. Okay, so this is one of those situations where having Shadow Ball could be pretty useful to pretty much just one-shot that thing, and they're letting it go. We can definitely not do the same. We will survive it, but they're going to be able to farm us down and then come out of this with energy. It's going to be better to just shield it up, go for another one here, and force a shield on their end, or they're going to let it go. Okay, and literally every time I call something out, it's always the opposite. But you did these battles yourself. Look, man, some of these are from a couple of days ago, and I do multiple battles. Look, I've been doing this every single day. I don't remember everything, but you must not be doing them yourself. Alright, anyways, we're up against a Genesect here. So our Dragon Tail is not very effective to that Steel typing, while the Aqua Tail is going to be doing neutral without any stab, and Outrage is just pointless to go for at this point here. Hitting me with a Magnet Bomb, letting it go, hoping we can get to another Aqua Tail because we do resist the Fury Cutter, but now they're going to be able to gain a decent amount of energy, and they survive. We swap into Gengar. Did we swap, or did they just take us out? And they survive with literally 1 HP. Come on. Alright, yeah, we swapped. Going back in with Dragalge, and they have the Drapion back there. Now I'm thinking, oh crap, this is over. If they have Sludge, I can't pull this off. They're going to be able to take me out here. So they hit me with a Crunch. I'm thinking, come on, have Crunch Aqua Tail, please. They lowered the defense. Aqua Tail, good, and we can charm them all the way down, and we take the win. Let's go. Thank you very much, Granbull. Let's get it. So that's actually going to be a 5-0 for us there. So the Gengar team did do pretty nice for us. And yeah, I'm not worried about my elo, where I'm at, or anything like that. It's just, we're just making videos, folks, okay? It is what it is. If I wanted to, we can stick with the same team and all that fun stuff, but you already know. So we have a great lead up against the Sylveon. They're going to be swapping into their Scizor, and technically, my backline doesn't really like to see this, but if we're going to be able to land that, they're letting it go. We'll go ahead and swap into our Dragalge, because it's going to be better to do that and have it just absorb the charge moves as opposed to having to shield with the Gengar. And then, of course, the Granbull. It's still going to be doing a decent amount, even though it is resisted by the Steel type. But let's just not go there right now, right? So we're taking that win, and they're coming back in here with their Sylveon as expected. Going to start throwing these Aqua Tails here. Can we get one more off? We do. Some damage is better than no damage in some situations. And that's really very little damage there. As you can see, the Charm was doing a the Charm was doing a ridiculous amount to the Gengar. They swap into their Giratina, and now it's time to charm this thing down. Shielding that up, that's okay. Oh boy, used a shield there, but that's alright. I kind of calculated that even if they baited me, and now they hit me with the Shadow Sneak. We're going to go for the Crunch here, which is still going to do a decent amount of damage, although it is resisted, because Shadow Granbull is ridiculous. We're getting the defense drop. That's good enough. Bringing in the Gengar, and at this point I feel like it's almost a farm down that's pretty much how it looks, right? I can go for the Shadow Punches at this point. I think, oh, I was trying to, but they back out. They're like, give me your last shield. Got it. Now I can back out. Next battle, we're met with a Muck. And we need to look out for Dark Pulse, of course. And since it's not the Alolan, we can go ahead and just throw our Ghost moves without any sort of resistance, and we're good to go. While their Poison Jab is going to be resisted on our end here. And this is why, yet again, having Shadow Ball could come in very useful. So even if you were going up against Fairy types, you know, sure, if you don't have Sludge Bomb, you're not going to be able to one-shot them, but with Shadow Ball on Gengar, plus the Shadow Claw damage that you're doing, you're essentially going to be bringing them down very low, plus the advantage that you're going to have with Shadow Ball. Sure, you're going to have all Ghost moves, but man, oh man, you could throw a lot of people off there. So, of course, they're going to be able to one-shot us. They've used Bolt Shields. I'm thinking, okay. We're able to actually farm down, which is just beautiful. They're bringing in a Crobat. No shields on their end. It's time to start throwing these outrages and just do a ton of damage. I'm not going to swap into the Gramble because it's just not a wise thing to do at this point because that thing is loaded up on energy. We'll just have to see what is in the back. And it is a Giratina. I build up a little bit of energy, swap into our Gramble. I do believe they're going to back out at this point, and we take the win yet again. Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's keep it moving here. And yet again, if you do enjoy these videos, give it a thumbs up. Bad lead up against the Obstagoon, so we're going to swap into our Jigalgi. Come on. Throw your charge move and then retreat. Please, do it. You know you want to. Hitting me with that Night Slash and staying in the fight. There's that swap that we wanted to see. Looks like they were trying to catch a not very effective Outrage, but I'm not falling for that crap right now. Going for the Aqua Tail and going for another one with the Jigalgi. Such a cool design. When it first was introduced into the main series games, I was not really paying attention to the newer Pokemon, and then once my friend showed me, kind of liked it. Pretty cool. Alright, going for another Aqua Tail here, able to win this matchup up against the Scizor, not before they use their shield. We will not survive this, so we're going to go ahead and shield this up because we need to win that alignment. Farming them down, shieldless at this point with one shield on their end, and they're bringing in a Nidoqueen. Now they can't farm us down. Let's see where our health is at. Ooh, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be able to. They probably could have, but it would have costed them another Aqua Tail, in which they would have had to use that shield. Bringing in the Gengar and see if we can get to this Shadow Punch. Beautiful. We got that Gramble lying in wait in the back, but we need to get this Nidoqueen out of the way, and they said, no, I'm going to get off one more move before I do go down, and it is going to be an Earth Power to one-shot the Gengar. Bringing in the Gramble. And they have that, of course, Obstagoon, and it's a wrap. If you did enjoy this video, folks, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button, and I'll be catching you all in the next one. Take care.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!